Good. If he starts losing that outside shoulder over on the open end of the circle, you just kind of drop your shoulder blade down and back. Good. And then soften on him. Yeah. Good. And then think about kind of compressing him again, even half an inch shorter on your reins. And he doesn't have to do it for long. This is sort of the beginning of what you might call collection. Yeah. Leg, leg, leg. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. Now, go ahead and let him. We're going to go back to that stretching that we were doing a few minutes ago. So just kind of offer a little flexion and then offer to let him poke his nose out, but lots of legs, so he really keeps this good impulsion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. And then on maybe the next time, instead of finishing the circle, go ahead and go across the diagonal and let him be on that kind of longer-ish rein. And then switch your crop. And then start to shorten your reins up, and we'll do the same thing on this side. This side might be a little bit easier for him. So you just sort of experiment with if you need to do as much supporting as you did on the other side. And you're thinking about that left hind coming right up into your right hand, and your right hand is offering for him to sort of compress. Yes, leg, 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 leg. Yeah. Good. So think about your left sort of forearm, just kind of soft. And that you don't feel like you're holding the reins, but you're not, gripping them. Leg. Yes. It's going to ruffle his feathers, but he's going to get it here in a sec. Good. Now if you start to lose that right shoulder over there, so just kind of drop your outside shoulder just sort of down and back, maybe starting about here. Good. And that will also catch him. Good. That was perfect. From kind of wanting to wheel out on the hind end. It's like you lose his outside shoulder and then he wheels out. So if you're just shaping that outside shoulder, yeah, yep. Good. Now he's really close from doing it from the base of his, there. A little more, yeah. Good. Okay, now go ahead and offer to let him stretch again. Leg. Yeah. Good, and then feed those reins out. Leg. Yep. That's all right. Just bring him back real easy. Good, we'll get, yeah, good, leg, leg, leg. Good. Okay, now go ahead and pick him back up. Say, how about a medium rein and go across the diagonal again? And as you come down the long side, keep him on his medium rein, but really think about the water flowing out your arms and almost encourage him to just do a little bit of an extension. Good. Now start to shorten your reins and kind of compress him and put him back on the circle. And from your right elbow is the flexion, a little bit shorter on your reins. And we're only going to ask that he do it maybe 2 or 3 times for 3 or 4 strides, but where he really feel that right hind get active and those shoulders come up. Yeah? Yeah? Good? And then you can kind of soften on him for a little bit and then maybe pick him back up and ask for that again. Yeah. Little more. Little more. Little shorter rein will help you. Yep. And a real soft but engaged elbow. Yes. Yeah. A little more. Like. Yeah. 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 Good. Now soften on him a little bit. Because that was a little tense, but he got there. Good. And we'll give him a second to sort of let his adrenaline simmer here.
The outside elbow thing is really helping.
Yeah. Good. Now kind of gather him up. Leg. Pretty soon you'll start to feel as you gather him, he'll start to just gather himself. And it won't, that's when the tension will dissipate, because he'll understand what you're asking for and he'll just know to kind of get there. Good. Just shorten your inside rein about 1 inch. Yeah. Yeah. A little more leg. Yeah. 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 Good. Now go ahead and let him stretch again. And go across the diagonal, and even across the diagonal, just kind of want to get to the next corner. You're not really going to ask for him to extend, but you're going to just kind of let him go. Yeah. And same thing down the long side. You're not really going to ask for an extension or anything, but you're just going to kind of look down there, look way past the rail as if you're just going to trot for a mile. Good. And then one more time on this side, kind of gather him up. Switch your crop. Circle here and kind of gather him up. Switch your crop. And you just start to set up the idea of kind of compressing him with the idea of a little bit of collection, but for 3 or 4 steps. You start to see if he starts to kind of meet you halfway, which it looks like he's thinking in the right direction. Yeah, 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 leg, good. Now go ahead and let him go and stretch again. Look way down past the long side. Now as you come into the corner, ask for that little bit of flexion. Yeah, now let him go again. Good.
Nice.
Now go ahead and gather your reins up and ask him just to come into a walk.
You heard that word.